Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to some. Good morning to others. If you're joining us via the recording, my name is Brian Louis. I'm very happy, very excited, very grateful for all of the amazing members of our IMMERI community who have joined us here tonight for Startup and Strive. My friends, this is where we come together every single Monday for training. You know, one of the things that I know in this industry to be true is that you will never be successful on your own skills. You see, you need some information, you need special skills to be able to be successful and rise to the highest levels of leadership and the highest levels of income and the highest levels of satisfaction in our industry. And so, my friends, I want to welcome every single person that made the decision to be here tonight. We have many people that are joining us. My friends, just in the last, I would say, 7 days, we have had 15 people join our IMMERI community. And so I want to welcome all of the brand new blood. You know, you would always hear me say that the new blood is the lifeblood of this business. Once you are surrounded by new people coming into our community, you feel excited, you feel renewed, you see the business through the eyes of the people that are joining us. And so I want to lay a special welcome to all of the new members that are joining us here tonight, and of course all of the other members, existing members joining us. And so tonight, my friends, what we do every single Monday is we come together, and this event is just part of our platform. Let me remind you, our goal is to create an impact in the lives of people. That's what we're doing here. It's not just all about us. So our goal is to make an impact through our amazing products and, my friends, our life-changing events. And we had such a wonderful event on Saturday. And, you know, so many people showed up. We had just about 50 people. It was somewhere about 46 or 48 people that came to our event. So it was just at room capacity. You know, there's something that I always say the right people show up. The right people always show up to every event, just as the right people have shown up here tonight for our event. And so let me remind you of our platform. On Saturday, we had a lady that she came to the presentation. She is already a member, but she wasn't even aware. She has never been able to participate in our Infinite Impact. And so, my friends, for all of the new members that have joined us and for the existing members, it's very important that you let our new members know about our platform. So every Monday at 8 p.m., we have Startup and Strive. This is where we get trained, entrepreneurial training. So we have personal growth training. Last week, our amazing Mrs. Elizabeth Fox, she shared with us how to really dress for success. Many of you responded saying it was so amazing, so wonderful. And guess what? She is a brand new elite associate. All of that happened last week. And so we have our entrepreneur training, our personal growth training, and tonight, as you will see, a little focus on how to move things along as you've first gotten started, how to move things along in IMMERI. Every Tuesday and Thursday, my friends, this is a very important event. Every Tuesday and Thursday, our Infinite Impact. This is where you hear the stories. This is where you hear the stories as told through the eyes of our influencers, people that have had an impact with our products. And so we encourage you to show up every Tuesday and every Thursday. We will have different influencers. We have different videos. We've infused the videos into that presentation intended to give you more information about what our amazing products are doing for people. And so that's 8 p.m. So we have our product overview, our testimonies, and our empowerment through the eyes of our amazing influencers. Every Wednesday, either myself, Mr. Johnson, or one of the other influencers will come on a Wednesday, and we will do the official IMMERI Business Opportunity presentation. And so this is the full-on presentation, official presentation of IMMERI, where you see the company's vision, you see the details on the products and what they're all made of and why they're so important and impacting so many people. And then, of course, you see a bit of the rewards system. So that's every Wednesday. Then we have our Boss Up, which is pretty tight. We realized that the Boss Up was going to be pretty tight for our live event, but we're going to have our Boss Up this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. We do it at 2 p.m. in order to facilitate our members in Africa. You see, we have members in Nigeria, in Ghana, in South Africa, in Zambia, Zimbabwe, in Kenya. We have members that are in Africa, and so they participate on a Saturday for our Boss Up event. And this week we have Miss Golda Lee Bruce. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And so join us at 2 p.m. And then we have our live event at 7 p.m. And so we had our very, very first live event, and it was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Mrs. Jennifer Millington. I know that Jenny are here. You can see, let me show you all. Mrs. Jennifer Millington gave us influencers, our leaders, got this amazing Impact 10,000 t-shirt. Thank you so much, Mrs. Jennifer Millington. I am wearing my t-shirt tonight with pride, and I always will. Thank you so much for this beautiful gift. And my friends, this is what we have here at IMMERI. We are a community. It's not just about running after money, running over each other, not caring for each other, just making sure that we get to the top. Not at all. What we do here is we are all running to the finish line. We are all running to the rank of diamond. We're all running to our complete abundance, living the life of our dreams, but we're also running with others. We're always looking to see on the left and on the right who is running with us towards our destiny. And so this is our platform. We encourage you, my friends, do not take this for granted. Many stories come out on our Infinite Impact. Many stories are coming out from our presentations. You want to plug in as much as possible so that you are able to now leverage on the information that allows you to become successful. And so again, Startup and Strive, 8 p.m. on a Monday. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Infinite Impact at 8 p.m. Every Wednesday, we're going to have the presentation, the official IMMERI Business Opportunity presentation at 2 p.m. on a Saturday. We have Boss Up. And then at 7 p.m. on Saturday, we have our live event. And it's going to be absolutely off the chain. And so tonight in our Startup and Strive that is powered by IMMERI, we focus really and truly on starting out the right way. And so to give you a better overview from a woman to woman, we have about 97% of our community here is made up of amazing superstar women. And so from woman to woman, please listen to a description of our platform as told by our amazing influencer, Mrs. Charlene Johnson. Please watch this video.
Hi everyone, my name is Charlene Johnson and I am here to tell you about our women's platform. IMMERI has launched a women's platform and this platform has a mission. The mission of this platform is to positively impact lives, the lives of 10,000 women in 2022. And the mission is going to do this by addressing 5 areas: spiritual needs, social needs, emotional needs, financial needs, physical needs. This platform is designed for women. And this platform is to encourage us as women to build ourselves, not to let things get us down, to build ourselves in all the areas that I just mentioned. So please make it your duty to speak to someone who may have invited you here tonight. Find out about Boss Up, find out about Infinite Impact. all of these programs have been designed for women. There's also Startup and Strive, where you have a lot of entrepreneurial training. As women, we want to do something with our lives. We want to make a difference. We want to know we are not always dependent on others. We need to get some information on how we can build ourselves, how we can improve each other, how we can improve the lives of our family. Startup and Strive does that. Infinite Impact on a Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Here again, we hear from women who speak about some of the IMMERI products that they have used, and you have a lot of testimonials about how these products have really improved their lives, have made them feel more confident, better about themselves, natural, healthy products. And then on Saturdays, we have this program called Boss Up. And here's where we have women you may have seen on television, women you may have heard online and on social media, who are going to come and really speak to women everywhere, encouraging them and giving them information on how to improve their lives, how to be more confident, giving them testimonials of what they went through and how they overcame. So I want you all to know this platform is the right platform. It's at the right time because we have a lot of negative stuff happening around us. This program is designed for women, and it is there to positively impact all of us. I hope to see you on one of those programs.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful, amazing, amazing, my friends. This is what we have to offer here with our platform. We're so grateful for our ladies and one other gentleman other than myself, who have really held ourselves up to a higher standard of service. And so we call them influencers. And our influencers are the ones that hold themselves up, allowing other people to be able to call them in order to get that information woman to woman on how these amazing products and our platform is really, really changing lives. And so, my friends, let's jump into Startup and Strive. I'm very excited. We haven't done this in a long time. And so this is really a great introduction for our newest members and, of course, our existing members to understand how the boards work. You see, one of our latest members, his name is Ola. Ola said, you know, I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand this board breaking system. I've been in the industry for a while and I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen the mechanics kind of work in this way in order to pay people. And so, my friends, tonight what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a very, very detailed understanding. By the time I'm finished with tonight's training, you would have a very good understanding of the board system, and you will understand what you've got to do in order to now maximize on this brand new, this reward system that doesn't exist anywhere else in the industry. And so, my friends, tonight what we're going to do is we're going to look at our synergistic board system. So let's go. So the one thing that I want you to keep in mind is that our board system is fueled by new blood. It's fueled by new people coming into IMMERI. For all of the new members, I want you to understand that IMMERI is not driven by volume. You can write that down big and bold. IMMERI is not driven by volume. IMMERI is driven by community. IMMERI is driven by people coming into a network, and then the company's intention is to market its products to that network. And so the whole idea behind our reward system is our reward system rewards people who are creating a community. It doesn't reward people who are just there and purchasing product, not at all. We do get rewarded for that, but most of the rewards in IMMERI is centered around that new blood. And so let's start with the first bonus that we have. We call it the sponsors bonus. Let's start right there. And so how does the sponsor bonus work? So similar to many other companies, when there are 3 ways to get started in IMMERI. From the 1st of April, we will have this brand new startup package. And when someone gets started in IMMERI, whether they get started at Startup, Classic, or Agency, and they bring someone else in, they will earn a sponsor bonus. Not a referral bonus, a sponsor bonus. What's the difference? When you sponsor someone, you care about them. You're taking care of them. You're sponsoring them. And so when you bring someone into IMMERI, you will earn 10% of their startup package. So if someone gets started at startup, you will earn 10% of the startup package as your sponsor bonus. If someone gets started at the classic package, you will earn 10% of that sponsor of that classic package. If someone gets started at agency, you will earn 10% of the value of the agency package. Then, my friends, at the next level, which is classic, it goes one level deeper. So when let's say you get started at classic, you bring someone else in, whether they get started at startup, classic, or agency, you will earn 10%. And as you help the person that you have personally sponsored to bring someone else into IMMERI, that will be your second level, you earn 5% there as well. Thirdly, if you were to get started at the agency level, you enjoy 3 levels of sponsor bonus. Of course, when someone gets started at whichever level on your first level, you will earn 10%. Then as you help that person to bring someone else into IMMERI, you now get that second level. And then when they bring someone else into on the third level, you earn 5% there as well. So for all people that get started at startup, there's a pathway to get to the classic level. So if it is that you get started at startup and you want to enjoy 2 levels of sponsor bonus, just sponsor 3 people. If you sponsor 3 people, doesn't matter how long it takes you to sponsor those 3 people, if you get started at that startup package and you want to enjoy 2 levels, then you can upgrade by sponsoring 3 people, whether they get started at startup, classic, or agency, doesn't matter. Once the system sees that you got started at startup and you've now sponsored 3 people, you will now sit on the classic board or the Preassociate board. If you get started at classic, you will enjoy these 2 levels of sponsor bonus. And if you get started at classic or you upgrade to classic and you want to enjoy 3 levels of sponsor bonus, all you can do is just through our board dynamics, you can become an associate as if you got started at agency. And so this is a beautiful thing about IMMERI. IMMERI doesn't say, okay, because you got started at startup, that's it. You will only enjoy 10% for the rest of your life. Not at all. IMMERI says, as you become a member on the Preassociate board, you are entitled to everything as if you got started at classic. And when you now move from the Preassociate board to the associate board, IMMERI says you are now entitled to everything as if you got started at agency. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? The system allows for us to upgrade through our sweat equity, or it allows us to make the decision and get started at whichever level is the most applicable level where we want to start. So let me go a little bit deeper into this, and let me also explain something that's happening also on the 1st of April. From the 1st of April, we will have a brand new bonus called the Jump Start Bonus. So let me explain with how this works. So remember, as I always say, for the new members, you would always hear me say, never make the minimum your maximum. Don't make the minimum your maximum. And so here in this example, let's say you have sponsored these 5 people. Notice you didn't stop at 3. You didn't stop at 3. So let's say you sponsored Adam, and Adam got started with that startup package that's starting up on the 1st of April. Let's say you enrolled Beth, and Beth got started at the agency level. Let's say Cam got started at classic, Don got started at agency, and Eddie got started at the startup package. Here's how you would earn income. IMMERI would say, we're going to pay you a sponsor bonus that you get immediately. IMMERI doesn't wait. The minute it happens, you get paid immediately. So here, when Adam got started, because he got started at the startup package, you will earn $8 US, because you would have earned 10% of what that startup package costs. Okay, so the company gives you $8 US for that. Beth got started at agency. agency is about 805 US dollars. You would get 10% of that agency package as a sponsor bonus. That's 10 US dollars. When Cam selected her classic package, you would get 10% of her classic package. That's $16. Because Dawn got started at agency, you get 10% of that agency package, you get another $80. And because Eddie got started at the startup, you get another $8. And this happens immediately. So immediately when someone gets started, you get your sponsor bonus. So in this example here, you would have earned 192 US dollars as a sponsor bonus paid immediately in real time. So that's in TT dollars, 1,307 TT dollars. Not bad at all, but it doesn't stop there. And this is outside of the board system. This has nothing to do with the board system. This is just you sponsoring people, bringing them into IMMERI, the first way that we get paid when we're building teams. So IMMERI is saying, if it is that you get started and within your 30 days, within your first 30 days, you've sponsored 3 or more people, we will double your sponsor bonus. And from the 1st of April 2022, every single person in IMMERI, they will be eligible for this jumpstart bonus. So from the 1st of April, once you sponsor 3 or more people, this is what you will get. You will get, as a jumpstart bonus, an additional 10%. You get an additional 10% by Adam getting started. You get an additional 10% when Beth got started. You get an additional 10% for Cam's starter package, an additional 10% for Don's agency package. Because Eddie would have fallen outside of the 30-day window, you would get a sponsor bonus, but you wouldn't get a starter bonus. Because it just looks for the people that you would have sponsored during the month of April, for most of us that are existing members. But from the 1st of April, when someone gets started on the 15th, the system will calculate 30 days from the 15th and pay them on the 31st day. And so, my friends, if you were to follow the system and from the 1st of April you sponsor these people, you would earn an additional 184 US dollars. That's additional $1,253. So all told, you would have sponsored 5 people, and you would have made $2,560 in this example. Is this good or is this great? If this is great, just say great in the chat box for me, because this is how we're now encouraging the fast movement. You see, we know that when someone first gets started in IMMERI, as my great friend, Mr. Hayden Mohammed, got started today, just as my wonderful angel in my entire family, Miss Muriel Lizama, got started. As Miss Muriel Lizama got started, she was at the presentation and she was writing down the names of the people that she knew belonged in our community. So that new blood, that energetic blood is the infectious blood that allows us to now continue to enjoy our IMMERI journey. And so, my friends, from the 1st of April, every single person will be able to enjoy this Jumpstart bonus. All right, so let's now move on to the Synergistic board breaking plan. So many of our existing members, many of our members would have heard me say this very, very often. In our Synergistic board system, your goal is to work towards recruiting, sponsoring your first 3 personally enrolled members. Your first 3, not your only 3, your first 3. And then you help your personally enrolled members, and the board structure begins to get filled and you start to grow. You will earn elite bonuses, team bonuses, and promotion bonuses. There is a method to our madness. There's a reason that we say work towards your first 3. When you work towards your first 3, you now help your 3, but you continue to now sponsor others so that you have more people that are moving through your succession. In IMMERI, our synergistic board system is designed for succession. Our system rewards leadership and duplication. So let me share with you what I mean. This is how the board works. So when you get started at that startup package, that new package that's starting on the 1st of April, there is no board attached to it. In order for someone to move from the starter package onto the classic or the pre-associate board, they must sponsor 3 people, no matter what they sponsor people at. Okay, so we're going to start with the classic board. So you can purchase the classic package or you can upgrade to the classic package. You will be considered a pre-associate. And so I'm going to show you, as you work your way through that pre-associate board, you will earn a promotion bonus. That's the only bonus that you earn on the classic board. A promotion bonus when you're moving up to the next board, to the associate board. Okay, so you can get started at this pre-associate package. Excuse me, you now sponsor people, and through the board dynamics that I'll share with you in a minute, you can now move up here to the associate board, or you can purchase the agency package. Okay, so you can get started in IMMERI by purchasing the startup and upgrading to classic, or you can get started at classic, work your way through the board dynamics and become an associate, or you can purchase the agency package and you will be an associate. So when you get started at the agency level, you have skipped the pre-associate board, okay, where you would earn a minimum of $490 US. Like I said, I'm going to show you the dynamics, but this is what you would earn on this associate board. The whole goal of being on the associate board is to move. It's to move, to get off that board. And as you get off that board, you can now upgrade to the executive level. You cannot buy your way to the executive level. You have to rank advance to the executive level. And at the executive level, the minimum income guarantee that you will earn is $4,900 US. That's the minimum. Then your goal is to exit the executive board. And as you exit the executive board, you will get to the final board in our synergistic board system. It's the manager board, And on the manager board, you have the minimum income there of $49,000 US. Okay, and so here in TT dollars, you can see that it's very lucrative. My friends, this is going to be accomplished by people in Trinidad and Tobago this year in 2022. There are people that are walking around in Trinidad and Tobago right now that don't even know that before the end of 2022, they would have earned over 300,000 TT dollars here in IMMERI. How do I know? We're now meeting them. And there are many, many more to come. And so this is how our board dynamics works. It allows you to now flow from the pre-associate to the associate to the executive to the manager board, and then you become a director. And then there are the directorial ranks thereafter. And so let's understand how the board works in 3 really, really simple steps. Okay, so step 1, I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to do it in 2 different flavors so that you kind of get an understanding of how it works. So when you join, listen to me carefully. When you join, you are placed onto a board. So you are either placed, if you're not at startup, you're placed on the classic board or the agency board, one of those 2 boards, where everyone is working together, bringing in new members into IMMERI until the board gets full. So this is what the board looks like. You see some African names on there. You see Adamu, you see Bamidele, you see Chioma, David, Enye, Funke, and Godwin. Okay, so these are people that are existing members of IMMERI. They've already gone through what we call a cycle that you'll see in a minute. The lower level of the board is where new people typically come into the board structure. So when someone says, yes, I want to join IMMERI, they go to the lower level of the board. And so here, you also see the person in the elite position. They are on the launching pad to get to the next rank. So in this example, Bamidele has said, I want to now sponsor 4 people. I'm bringing 4 people into IMMERI on this particular level, agency level or classic level. So Bamidele is bringing people into the board. So Bamidele has brought in Adiza, Yu, Jumike, and Kweku. So Bamidele has 4 what we call qualifications. And so now that she has 4 qualifications, she's leading the board. Then we have Enye, who brought in 1 person, Larry. And so Enye now has 1 qualification. And then you now, although you are on the lower level of the board, you have brought in 3 people, Mensa, Nonso, and Omalara. And so you see there, anyone can bring in any number of people into IMMERI. Every time you bring someone in on the classic level or the agency level, you're getting a qualification. So if you're on the classic level and you bring someone in at classic and agency, each registration is counting for you as a qualification. If, however, you get started at the associate level or the agency level and you bring someone else in at classic, you will not earn a qualification until that person joins you on the agency board or the associate board. Okay? And so step number 1 is to fill that lower level of the board. And then the system takes over. The 2 people with the highest number of recruits or people that they brought into the system or qualifications of the board, they become the elite. And so why would you want to take that elite position? It's because the person in the elite position will make the most money as the lower level of the board gets full. And so in our example, remember, Bamidele brought 4 people and you brought 3. So in looking at the board, you and Bamidele have the most qualifications. And so immediately as the lower level of the board gets filled, the system is going to create 2 new boards. It's going to put Bamidele in the elite position on one of the boards. It's going to put you in the elite position on the other board, and all of the other members of the Synergistic board, they go on the upper level of the brand new boards. This is what we call a cycle. And so your third task now, in step number 3, as an elite, as the lower level of your new board gets filled, you earn the most money and you rank advance automatically. And so we say the magic is to get a minimum of 3 leaders to secure your elite position, because you're looking for successors. You're looking for people that will now take the elite as you rank advance. That's the most efficient way to really, really work your way through the ranks here at IMMERI. So let me give it to you as in another flavor so that you really, really, really get this. So there are 3 primary boards in IMMERI: the associate board, the executive board, and the manager board. And so just as I explained earlier, you flow from the associate board into the executive board, into the manager board. So you get started in the lower level of the associate board, you cycle, you go up to the upper level if you're the elite, and the lower level of the board is filled, you now become an executive. You go to the lower level of the executive board. As the lower level of the executive board gets filled, if you're the elite, you go to the elite position on the executive board. The lower level of the board gets filled again, you get rank advance now to manager on the lower level of the manager board. Then on the lower level of the manager board, if you're the elite, you take the elite. If you have the most qualifications, you take the elite on the manager board. That's how it works. And so here, when you join us here at IMMERI, you get on a board, as I said, either the classic board or the agency board, where everyone is working together. So it's not a case where you're working alone. Sometimes you end up having to work alone, but here it should be a case where everyone is working together. And I will show you how it all works. So in this example, again, you see here the upper level of the board has these existing members of IMMERI. These are people that have already cycled on the lower level, because when you're on the lower level, you do not earn team bonuses. But when you're on the upper level, you earn money as people get started on the lower level, as long as you have qualifications. And so here, you have the lower level of the board that's getting filled with brand new people that are coming into the board structure. And you have the elite position. This is the person that's on the launching pad. Nobody can move you from the elite position. Once you capture that elite, no one can move you from the elite. And as you're the elite, as the lower level of the board gets filled, you're going to get rank advanced to the executive rank. So again, in this example, let's say you join us in IMMERI, as we had so many people joining us in the last week or so. And then that you now start to bring people into IMMERI. Just as my amazing mighty Muriel is getting ready to launch her business and bring in members into IMMERI. So here, you now brought in your first 3 people. You brought in Anne, you brought in Thomas, and you brought in Tolu. Those are your 3 people. So now you have 3 qualifications. And so you brought in 3 people at the agency level, which is the same level that you're at. You see there, they will appear on your board. Then through duplication, Anne now brings in Ruth. Ruth now brings in Clem. Clem now brings in Lorna. And Anne now brings in Joyce. You see there, the succession is happening. You want people following you through our synergistic system. And so immediately as Joyce gets started, the person in the elite position rank advances immediately. They get paid immediately, they rank advance immediately. And the 2 people with the highest number of personal members or qualifications on the board, they will now take the elite on 2 new boards. And so again, why should you want to become the elite? You make the most money as the lower level of the board gets filled. So here you see the 2 boards get created instantly. The system looks to see, okay, who has the most qualifications? You have 3. So you have bypassed every single person. Although you got started after the people at the top, doesn't matter. You got started, so you take the elite on the brand new board. Then Daniel, only because of his seniority. Notice that Anne has brought in 2 people here. Daniel has brought in 2 people, and Betty also has 2 people. But the system looks at seniority. Daniel is senior. He's closest to the elite as opposed to Betty and Anne. So because of seniority, Dan takes the next elite on the second board. The system then takes all of the other members, every single one of them, and puts them onto the next two brand new boards. Then the system sets up the 8 positions on the lower level again, saying that, okay, we have cycled, we're now ready for brand new people coming into the lower level of the board. And so, my friends, this is again what we call the cycle. And so we're just going to focus on the associate board. So this is how you're going to get paid on the associate board. Okay, so this was the previous comp plan. All right, so here, when you get to the elite position, you get, boom, your elite bonus. Okay, you also get a bonus every time someone comes into the lower level of the board, whether you know them or not. Then you also earn here when this 8th person gets started. You earn 3 times the actual bonus when that 8th position drops. And because the lower level is filled, you earn another bonus. You get a promotion bonus. Okay, and then the other people on the upper level of the board, they are also paid. All right, so let me share with you how it works so that you can kind of break it down in your mind as to what you want to, what we ought to be doing here in IMMERI. So the goal is not to just get started in IMMERI. The goal is to build your community. And so when you have 1 person and you got started at IMMERI, and you are on the upper level of the board. Remember, when you're on the lower level of the board, you don't earn any team bonuses. But when you're on the upper level of the board, that's when you're now entitled to team bonuses. So on the upper level of the board, if you brought 1 person in, you have 1 qualification, every single person that comes in the lower level of the board, if you're not the elite, you will earn $3.50 US, whether you know them or not. If you have 2 qualifications, meaning that you brought 2 people into IMMERI at the associate level, you will earn $7 US for every single person. Okay, that's $56 US. So that's $1,120 if you do nothing else. So if for some reason you're stuck on 2 people, the system will just simply continue to cycle until you now have completed $1,120 US guaranteed. If you have 3 or more qualifications, you will earn $10.50 for every single person that comes into the lower level of the board. And so that is $1,680 US guaranteed if you did nothing else. But as the elite, you earn the most. See there, you earn $30 for every person that comes into the lower level of the board. So you will earn an elite bonus immediately when you become an elite associate. You earn $30 for every single person that's coming into the lower level of the board, and you get your promotion bonus. So for that one cycle, look at you would have earned $490 there. Okay, so and just to give you a comparative in TT dollars, so if you have one personally sponsored member, then as every single person comes into the lower level of the board, you'll earn 24 TT dollars. That's $192 per cycle. You have a total of 3,840 TT dollars after 20 cycles. So if you do nothing else and other people keep filling the board structure, you will keep earning income until you've earned 3,840. If you have two, that's 7,680. If you have three or more, you have 11,520. But of course, the goal is to be the elite, because you will earn a minimum of $3,339 as the elite. When you go through that as an elite associate, you're guaranteed $3,369 just from the team bonuses alone. This excludes the sponsor bonus and the jumpstart bonus. Okay, and so there you see that IMMERI is rewarding members for creating a community. That's the goal. And so now let me show you in live. I'm going to show you in live. And so for many of our members that were with us from the very beginning, this should be a little bit of a refresher for you, a wake-up call for some. So your goal, your ultimate goal, if you got started at the classic, or if you've upgraded from that startup package to classic, your goal is to exit. Your goal is to continue to rank advance so you exit the pre-associate board. Your goal is not to sit down on the board and wait for other people to fill the board structure. Not at all, my friends. You have to build your own community. And so this is where we all started. For the new members that are here tonight, it all started with Diamond Pompey. She got started on the 6th. This was the very first person in Trinidad and Tobago that got sponsored in IMMERI on the 6th of January 2021 at 30 minutes past midnight, Malaysia time. Okay, but look what happened. So Diamond Pompey was sponsored, the very first person sponsored by Mr. Ralph Johnson. Mr. Ralph Johnson then brought in his second personally sponsored on the 10th of June. That was Mrs. Amanda Ballantyne. Then you find that Kelly Pompey then brought in Nigel Pompey. Okay, Kelly Pompey got started at the agency level and brought in Nigel Pompey, and so Nigel fell onto this board. Okay, then Mr. Ralph Johnson brought in his next personally sponsored member on the classic level. He then brought in his next personally sponsored member. This is Bernard, a great friend of ours. And then you had another member, Mr. Anthony Mon, who got started at agency, bringing in J Unity, his wonderful wife, at the classic level. And so you notice there that if you are on the associate level, let's say you got started at associate, or you rank advanced associate and you bring someone in at classic, they will not go to your associate board. They will go to the classic board, and when they rank advanced, they will come up to the associate board. But notice here, my friends, it's multiple people that are working together in order to fill the lower level of the synergistic board. And so now that the board has been filled on this classic board, what happens? Immediately, the system looks for the two people that have the highest number of qualifications. So you see there, in this example, Ojobo in Nigeria, he had one qualification. He brought one person in at the associate level. Diamond Pompey brought one person in at the agency level, a mom. But because her mom got started at agency, it counted for her as a qualification. No one else had brought in anyone else into IMMERI at that time. No competition. So when the synergistic board got filled, the two people with the highest qualifications, Ojobo with 1, Diamond Pompey with 1, both of them were now the new elites. And so here the board broke, and you see here Diamond Pompey became the elite pre-associate. Now what happened? Now other members started to move forward. Notice that Nigel Pompey and Pompey, it was now moved from the lower level to the upper level of the board. And Liko Bernard was also placed on the upper level of the board. And Rishma, my personally sponsored member, went to the upper level of the board. That's how it works. You start on the lower level of the board cycles, and then you go to the upper level on the board. And on the associate, you are entitled to team bonuses. On the classic, you're just trying to get off the board. So what happened? Then we had, boom, Miss Mona Jones who got started at the agency level. She brought, I believe this was her daughter, she brought her in at classic. Boom, she fell on this board. Then we had, this is Kimberly Pompey, also bringing in Chrissy. So you see there, she now went from 1 qualification to 2 qualifications. I hope this is making sense. Mrs. Rishma Sambanasia, this is on the 23rd of June, 2021. IMMERI was blessed with an amazing lady, Mrs. Jennifer Millington, 23rd of June. And so she was brought in by Rishma. Rishma got a qualification. Rishma got started at the classic. Then you find that Melissa brought in this one, Attract. Then Melissa brought in twins. Notice that Melissa has 2 qualifications because she brought 2 people in at the classic level. Then Mrs. Rishma Sam Benasia, she brought in her wonderful husband, Marlon. Marlon got started on the 23rd. And then duplication, Mrs. Jennifer Millington brought in her husband, Kevin Millington. And then the final position was taken up when Rishma brought in Sonia. My friends, now you see what the dynamics here is that as the lower level of the board gets filled, the system is looking for the 2 people with the highest number of qualifications. It looks on the upper level of the board. It sees Diamond Pompey already about to rank advanced. It doesn't care about how many qualifications she has. It looks and it says, I see this one, Rishma has 2 qualifications. Right, who's next? It looks down, it says, right, Beta Max. This person has 2 qualifications. And so because they both had the highest number of qualifications, the system now says, I'm putting up 2 new boards, and the 2 brand new elites, I'm going to send Diamond Pompey to the associate board, and I'm going to put Rishma, and I'm going to put Beta Max on the elite position on 2 new boards. So my friends, look at how it went. Look at how beautiful this system is. This is why you would have heard me say on Saturday, I shared that in Nigeria, there's a lady that got started at Classic. And through the board dynamics, she became a director. And she never purchased any product from IMMERI. From the first day that she registered at Classic to when she became a director and got a brand new car, she never purchased 1 additional product from IMMERI. She just worked the board system. Her mother was buying product, and so she was using the product, but she personally never purchased any more product. That's how beautiful IMMERI is. IMMERI wants the community, not your money. IMMERI wants the community. And so look at how beautiful this is. My great friend, one of my greatest friends in the world, this is Rishma Sam Benasia. She got started at Classic on the 15th of June, 2021. When the lower level of the board broke, she went to the upper level of the board. Did she just sit on the board and do nothing? No. She built her community. She was resilient. She asked me, she said, I have this friend, but I'm not sure if I should invite her into IMMERI. She and her husband, they already have a business. Should I? I said, Rishma, don't make decisions for anyone. And thank God she didn't, because today, Mrs. Jennifer Millington, her husband, and their entire family, they love IMMERI. they were an absolute, IMMERI was an absolute godsend. And so Mrs. Rishma Sam Manasseh, when she went to the upper level of the board, she sponsored her 2 people, became the elite on the board. See here, she then became the elite on the 24th of June. So she got started on the 15th of June. She broke the board. When the board got broken, she then, which was on the 16th of June, on the same day, the 15th of June, because she got started on the 15th, immediately the board broke, see there? Immediately the board broke. She then worked to now bring in 2 people. She became the elite on the 24th of June, see it here? And then when the lower level of the board got filled again, she then rank advanced and became an associate. And so, my friends, that's how you can move from the classic board to the associate board, by working on bringing people into community and moving your way towards that board. And so the board dynamics for the pre-associate board is to rank advanced, to get out of it, So just as Diamond Pompey did as well, remember she started at classic, then she became the elite, excuse me, then she got moved up to the associate board. So here she is on the associate board with 1 qualification. Remember, I told you she brought in her mother at the agency level. So because she was classic and she brought in 1 person at agency, she got that qualification. And when she moved up to the agency level, that qualification was already there for her because she brought in her mother at agency. And so here, this is where, when the lower level of the board got filled, look at how cool this is. The system said, okay, who has the highest qualifications on the board? So she came onto the board and filled it. So EJK, my personally sponsored member in South Africa, he had 2 qualifications at that point. And Yagata, my friend in Nigeria, she had 1 qualification. See, so even with 1 qualification, it's possible for you to become an elite. With 0 qualifications, it's possible to become the elite, as long as you're the most senior on the board. And so again, my friends, immediately what happened is EJK became the elite, and there you have Diamond Pompey now going up to the upper level of the board. And that's how our synergistic board dynamics work. Now, let's talk about the associate board. Okay, so we're doing the board dynamics again with the associate board. So here, this is where your ultimate goal is to continue to rank advanced so that you exit the board. The goal is not to cycle on the board. The goal is not to just stay there and keep going. The goal is for you to get the qualifications so that you hit the elite, and then the lower level gets filled by you and the people that you brought in, and you exit the board, finding your successor. And so in this example, again, this is where you see that diamond maker. That is Mr. Ralph Johnson. So that's Mr. Ralph Johnson with his 8 qualifications. His 8 qualifications on the board. How did he have 8 qualifications? Well, he brought in Diamond Kitty. He brought her in at the associate level. He brought in he also brought in here Mr. Anthony Morn at the associate level, right? You see here, Mr. Anthony Morn brought in, I believe this is Charmaine Fox, right? Then you see here, remember, that Kimberly brought in her mother, Kellyanne Pompey, taking the next spot. Then we have Ralph brought in uniqueness. He brought in Country Girl. Sorry, Country Girl was brought in by Katisha. And Miss Mona Jones got started on the 12th of June, 2021, sponsored by Mr. Ralph Johnson. And so, my friends, again, I'm showing you that the lower level of the board gets filled by people working together. Sometimes it works out where you're the one that you're now building a team. Like me, when I first got started in IMMERI, I dominated the board. I brought in my first 3 people. And after I brought in my first 3 people, I worked with them in order to fill the other levels of the other people on the board. And then when the board broke, I now brought in other people and helped them as well. And so you see here the duplication. So when the lower level of the board got filled, the system looked and said, okay, who do I have here that has the highest number of qualifications? It saw Mr. Ralph Johnson, Diamond Maker, and said, you're already on the elite, you're already on the launching pad, we're going to kick you up to the executive. But who has the highest qualifications? Boom. Emmy Cox, a gentleman in Nigeria, as a member of our team. He had 2 qualifications. And then because nobody else had any other qualifications, notice there, nobody else brought in anyone. So you see there, this person here, this person has no qualifications, 0 qualifications, 0 qualifications, 0 qualifications, 0 qualifications, 0 qualifications. Diamond Kitty had 1 qualification. Although Diamond Kitty has 1 and the Net Pros had 1, so Anthony had one, she became the elite because of seniority. Because she got started just a little bit before Mr. Anthony Mon, she now was the one to become the elite when the board broke. And so that's why we say timing is everything, because if Mr. Anthony Moen got started before her, then he would have moved to the elite and ultimately moved up to the executive board. But everybody's timing happens when it's supposed to. So the board broke. Diamond Kitty became the elite on the board. She moved from the lower level of the board to the upper level of the board. And you see there, the people that were on the lower level of the board, they now came up to the upper level of the board on June 12th is when it all happened. And so again, the goal is to exit the board. And so as you see here, as you rank advanced, right? Diamond Kitty rank advanced, look what happened. Oops, sorry, let me go back there. So look what happened on the lower level of the board. Diamond Kitty didn't bring anybody else into IMMERI. Nobody else. But because she was the elite on the board, she automatically rank advanced when Mrs. Caroline Danielle Smith over there in Tobago got started on June 14th. Then Mr. Ralph Johnson brought in his beautiful wife, Mrs. Charlene Johnson, on the 16th. Then Miss Mona Jones, she brought in her great friend, Lisa Ford Williams on the 25th. And then it simply continued until the board broke. That's the goal. That's the goal, my friends. And so you get paid. So you know how much money you're going to keep getting paid on the board. So you see there on the classic board, remember I said where even when you're on the upper level of the classic board, you do not get paid when people get started on the lower level. You get paid once. You get paid a promotion bonus of $35. On the associate board, $450 US. The associate, that's your minimum. And on the executive board, you can like an executive with the lower level of the executive board. Oh my goodness, just give me 1 second. Just put my computer really quickly. Reaction is against you and you're getting it. If you're getting it, just give me a thumbs up or just give me a, right, System Lou, come on, kick in. Right, I think we're back there. Right, so if this is making sense to you and it's working, just give me a thumbs up, give me a good, give me some kind of sign. We're almost done. We're almost done. They're gonna stay maybe another 5 minutes so that you really get this. Are you getting this? Am I back on? I'm not sure I'm back on. Am I back on? Yes, I'm seeing, okay, good. I'm seeing the chat box. So is this good? If this is good, just give me a good in the chat box. So on the associate board, your minimum income is $490 US. On the executive board, your minimum is $4,900 US. On the manager board, your minimum is $49,000 US. And so that's a total just through the boards. This has nothing to do with your leadership bonus. This has nothing to do with your startup, your sponsor bonus. It has nothing to do with your jumpstart bonus. This is just off of the board dynamics. And so you're looking, my friends, at $370,000. Okay, $370,000, 2022. And it is all going to happen. It's all happening already. So now let's talk very, very quickly on how to convert your points. In IMMERI, our points do not represent anything other than money. Our points represent money. So when you look in your back office, and I'm going to show you where to go, and you see your bonuses, it's money. It's actual money. And so how you see the money that you're making in IMMERI is you go to your back office, you go to my account, right? So you go to my account and you hit summary. You put in your secondary password and you will see this screen. So you see here that we have categorized our income. You have your cash points. This is money that you've earned every time you sponsor persons, all of your bonuses, you earn cash points. You have register points. Register points are IMMERI points. You use register points in order to purchase products as well as register other members in IMMERI. Okay, this free account point no longer matters. It used to be at a time where people were able to get started at wholesale and they were entitled to a 50% discount. That's no longer applicable. All right, so that's what that is about. Your purchase points. This is the actual points that when you get registered, I'll explain in a minute. Your reserve points. This is the points that, let's say you get started and you are at the associate level, you brought somebody in and they bypass you and they become an executive before you do not lose your leadership bonus. The company puts that in the reserve point bucket. And when you become an executive, it then unlocks and it goes into your cash points, okay? Then we have our repeat sales retention point. Let me explain this really quickly. Listen to me very carefully. The reason that we do not have an auto ship, the reason why IMMERI does not force people to buy products every single month is because every time we get paid by IMMERI, IMMERI takes 10% of whatever we're getting paid and puts it into this repeat sales retention point bucket. Why? Because the company wants us to earn money and then purchase products. So the company puts that 10% there, accrues that 10%, so that at some point you will be able to now purchase products from the money that you've saved every time you got paid. So the company doesn't want you to join and then dip your hand into your pocket to buy products. No. The company wants you to earn products. You can do that if you want, obviously. You can join and say, you can join today and say, tomorrow, I want to buy products. You can do that. But the company says, we do not want most people to feel that they have to now dip into their pockets and buy products. And so the company takes 10% of all of your earnings every time you get paid and puts it there for your future purchases. Okay, and then we have our repeat sales points. This is the money that we earn every time. Okay, every time you actually now purchase products from the company, you're earning money, and then your travel points that we'll start seeing accruing now. So again, to give you a very good understanding, I hope you're getting it. So now you have cash points. Cash points you can withdraw and send to your bank, and hopefully by God's grace, debit cards very soon. We're working on it. I have an executive call tomorrow that will allow us to see if we can get our debit cards working, our debit cards coming to Trinidad. So we have you can withdraw right now to your bank account. You can convert your cash points into register points in order to buy products, as well as to enroll other people, as well as you could transfer from one person to the next, right? Remember, 10% is reserved. We have register points. So this is what you can convert from cash points, or you can top up using your credit card. So when you're registering someone, you would use their credit card in order to top up register points in order to activate new members. Okay, and so you activate new members with register points. You also do your repurchases. Then we have our purchase points. So when you first sign up into IMMERI, and you look into your back office, so you see purchase points, that's the amount of points that you would use in order to buy products. So if you get started at Classic, you will see 1,000 there. If you get started at Agency, you will see 5,000 there. Okay, then we used to have, as I said, this free account when people were able to get started at wholesale. Your reserve point, again, this is if your leadership bonus, if your personally sponsored member bypasses you and they rank advanced before you do not lose your bonus. That is a leadership bonus. You get it. It's reserved there until you get to that rank. And of course, you can convert it to cash. Then you have your repeat sales retention points that, again, you use in order to purchase products. Okay, our travel points. When you become a one-star director, you see your travel points there. We will also start seeing travel points coming in, which is 2% of our repeat sales bonus, the bonus that we get paid every time someone purchases product. Okay, so just to give you a nice little overview in that back office, when you go to your to your account management, remember these yellow tiles over here? Let me go back up just 1 minute. Remember these yellow tiles? So let me just give you a brief explanation of these yellow tiles here. So those yellow tiles really indicate what you can do. So you see bonus details. This is where you'll see a full breakdown of all of the bonuses that you've paid. Your point statement, you see the in and out, full breakdown and the flow of points when you get registered, when you get a bonus. So every time you get paid in IMMERI and you want to see, every time you want to do like a reconciliation of the money that is flowing in and out of your account on the point statement. Then you have your travel point statement as well. Then you have your point transfer. So you use that option to transfer points from one member to the other. So it's like we have our own internal currency. So if I wanted to send some points to Mr. Rob Johnson saying congratulations on something, I can send those points over to him and he can use that to purchase products. You could also use register point conversion. This is where you use your credit card or you convert from your cash points to register points, Register point top up. This is where you use your debit or credit card to pull points in order to buy products. So I would say you're converting from fiat currency, actual cash, you're converting it to IMMERI currency. And then your cash point withdrawal is where you send your cash points to your bank account. So when you look in your back office and you see 10,000 points in that total, you're looking at about 10,000 TT dollars, because the exchange rate for each point, 1 point represents about 15 cents US, 59 Naira, $1.05. So when you look into your back office and you're looking at the pricing, you can convert it almost like dollar for dollar. $1.05 TT is equal to 1 point in IMMERI. And so now really quickly, because I know that this was great for the new members coming in, we're just 8 minutes over the time. But if you have any questions, I want you to please raise your hand and let me know if you have any questions, anything that you want to share. Please raise your hand really quickly so that I'll be able to unmute you if you have any questions. All right, so let me just look really quickly. I'm looking in the chat box. I'm seeing a lot of cordial welcomes to the newest members. Right, looking forward to watching this video again. Awesome, Donna. I'm glad that you're here. Right, awesome. Right, so I think this was great information, allowing a lot of people to now see how our synergistic team system works. And so I want to remind you that every Tuesday and every Thursday, it's about the products. It's about the testimonies. It's about our influencers sharing from their heart about the products and their experiences here at IMMERI. So you want to tune in on a Tuesday and on a Thursday. On this Tuesday, we have the amazing, the beautiful, the wonderful, the energetic Mrs. Charlene Johnson. So she's going to be here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for that format of presentation where we just talk about the product. We gloss a little bit over the comp plan just so that you know that there's a reward for building a community. But here you're able to now see the effect of our products on the lives of our influencers and other people as well. And then on Wednesday, I'll be back. I'm going to do the actual IMMERI business opportunity presentation. This is great for people that want to see the full story of IMMERI. They want to see what the products do, how we arrive at the products. They want to see the leadership, and of course, they want to see the reward system. Okay, and then on Saturday, my friends, we're doing it again. It was so wonderful. We had many people joining us as brand new members, and I know that we have our newest members. They're going to be bringing people to that live event. The energy was out of this world. We just love the energy of the live events. We were all safe. We made sure that the temperature was taken. We made sure as much as possible to keep everyone safe. And so join us again. It's our second event. We're having it live. And I know that we have our brand new members, you know, Mr. Hayden Mohammed, already getting ready to launch his business. Miss Muriel Izama getting ready to launch her business. We have many others. I know that our brand new executives, Mr. and Mrs. Arthur and Carol Gomez, they're going to be working along with their newest members, along with our brand new elite associates in order to bring people to the live presentation. We're going to max it out. It's going to be awesome, absolutely awesome. We're going to get so much brand new blood coming into our IMMERI experience, and I just couldn't be more excited. And so if you were there, we want to thank you for being there. We have lots of pictures that we will share in the group. We had the amazing Mr. Jaden Johnson. He actually took all of the pictures, and so we're going to place them in the group so that you can see and feel the energy and join us. So again, we're going to do it on Saturday. Miss Alicia Daniel that did an amazing open. I was like, wow, where did this lady come from? An amazing open. Got the energy of the room all excited. Everybody was ready to go. Everybody was pumped up. Thank you, Alicia. An amazing job on Saturday. And of course, Mr. Rob Johnson. Everybody knew that his favorite product was the Ali Hot. Very energetic, wonderful presentation done by Mr. Ralph Johnson. Excuse me. And so, my friends, join us again this Saturday coming for our next live event that will be absolutely spectacular. So, my friends, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our presentation. This one is a little bit louder. But I want to thank you for joining us tomorrow night for our amazing event with Mr. Charlene Johnson. And so thank you for being here. See you on next presentation. Good night.
I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. when I